Now, I'm going to briefly mention some of the ones that you're going to find in here, but then I want to focus on the ones that I really feel move the needle, okay? So the first one, basically, that you're going to find is something that is called at risk, right? These are customers that basically have seen your products in the last couple of, they don't specify the timeline, and this one is just called at risk. This one's usually within usually most of these promotions, by the way, when they have a time frame, you're gonna find it on the title. It mentions 90 days or whatever is the time frame, which is gonna be the case for add to cards, abandoned add to cards. But in the case of risk, it's just customers that basically have seen your products, but they have seen in the last 90 days, but they saw it only once, or they haven't really engaged with the page, and they allow you to retarget them. This one I don't find it very useful because usually people at risk is people that were just window shopping and they're not really engaged and no warm audiences. So I wouldn't test this on my first instance. Then you're gonna encounter one called brand card abandoners, right? The beautiful thing of this is that it goes back 90 days. I had a customer that we went inside this, and imagine, just give me a guess, how many pros you think this guy had in terms of abandoned cards? When I give you the number, you're gonna say, wow, how much money he was leaving on the table. Give me a number, Nick.
200?
No. Crazy, the number. Higher.
More higher?
Yeah,
Really?
so actually the amount of abandoned cars, so I can tell you the numbers and you can buffer here. It was 87,000 orders, abandoned
Eight?
cars. The,
Oh, you mean you're talking about, oh, this
oh,
is a Amazon
items.
seller.
They tell you how many orders, or let's say you're selling phone cases, 87,000 phone cases were in 87,000 accounts standing on the abandoned car, right? They added to car, they never took action. Okay,
Oh my
imagine
God.
that. So
Well,
basically,
you know what? This is, I'm gonna, it's as you were talking, I logged in.
yeah, yeah,
And everybody, if you are brand registered, you've got to do this. It doesn't cost any money.
yeah,
There's no approval or nothing. It just appears on your screen. You just have to be primary user, right? So if
yeah,
you're not primary user, then you may need to be given permission to access
that's correct.
this. So that's
That's
something.
correct.
So log in with your primary user, and when you go to the you will see there are like 1, 2, 3, 4, like 10 different options, and each option right next to it in brackets, it shows how many.
Yeah, it gives you the answer. It's crazy.
It's
Yeah.
it's mind blowing. I'm looking at one. It says 1901.
Yeah. Imagine if only 10% of that redeems, and let's say your price is $30, how much extra revenue you get overnight, right?
Yeah.
So it's a game changer, and that goes back to the issue of the search query performance report, because the way usually you attack this is when you go down the funnel, which is you go from impressions, and usually it's go from higher to lower. You're gonna have impressions, then clicks lower, then add to cart lower, and then purchases lower. However, there are instances that is the other way around. So what happens? You go from low medium impressions to higher clicks to higher add to carts, and then the purchases drop for some reason. It goes from very high add to cart, but people are not purchasing. Usually this kind of behavior, and you're gonna find it sometimes in the search query performance report, it means there is a pricing issue. It means people love your product, they are very ready to buy it, but when they add to cart and they compare most likely with the other add to cart they have been doing throughout the whole week, so this is $50, but look at me, other options have been scouting the whole week. This is 20. Why will I pay 50? And when they do that comparison, that's why you have that sudden sharp drop from add to cart to purchases, because on the cart, the Amazon show you the prices of all the pros they're adding to the cart. And that's where you need to attack, right? You need to attack like this guy added to cart, so he already made his decision. The only reason why I'm losing this customer is because of pricing. And that's where you can come aggressively with brand tailored promotions and say, you know what, for all these 20, 10,000 people, 5,000 people, you name it, I'm going to tag them with a 10, 15, 20% coupon, which is money I didn't have on my table anyway. And now I'm bringing these people back to me and buy and win the customer. So it's very powerful, and it's been working very well for us. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, I'm not surprised, and the fact that you actually see the number as so. Let me. Do you know? I know this is new,
Hmm.
so I've heard about this. I looked at it, but this is the first time I'm having an in-depth discussion with somebody.
Yeah.
So, um, my question is, when you add to your cart, you have different options. So you can add it to your cart and leave it there
Yeah.
until you check out, or you can add it to your cart and then save for later,
Yeah.
and then you can add it to your cart and then later delete.
That's correct.
So I wonder what this is targeting.
Yeah, that's actually a very good question. And that's something we're trying to get the answer out of Amazon